What is going on, Lakers fam? This is your boy Jay Lake, bringing you Lakers all day, all the time. It's been quite a while, guys. Big Al, Mario.
What's up, Jay Lake? It's good to have the season back.
Oh yeah, it's back, baby.
Glad to see you guys. Thank you for coming on. So today we are gonna start our smoke or fire segment. Basically, I'm gonna give you guys a statement, and you're gonna tell me if it's all smoke, no fire, all fire, no smoke. So first one off is Lakers. Currently, we are undefeated at home, but all of our losses have come on the road. ESPN predicts that the Lakers will be around 500 and finish eighth in the West. What do you guys think? Smoke, fire?
This is smoke. I mean, it's still early in the season. The Lakers, if you look at their differentials on their homes, their wins and their losses, they're almost identical. I mean, they shoot better on the road, and they've lost those games. It's just they got to shore up some of the defensive stuff. They got to shore up some of the rotational stuff, who they're going to play in crunch time, who they're going to play on their rotations. I just think it's all smoke. It's still early in the season. Some guys haven't played yet. We've had injuries, so I think it's just smoke on
It's
my end.
all smoke. It's too early in the season to be saying they're gonna be a 500 team, whatever, right? I mean, look, the Lakers. We know this. We know when you think they're down, they can make a run and go to the Western Conference Finals. Maybe this year the run's gonna be to the championship, but it's obviously all smoke. This is why ESPN is such a trash big organization now, in my opinion. They're just so trash. They're on the bottom of everything. Like any analytical stuff to me, ESPN puts out has it's nothing good. It's never been accurate, in my opinion. So it's all smoke.
All right. Next one is so word is on the GM surveys, Lakers will finish fourth in the West, but we got no votes for the chip. That's kind of weird because I mean, Rob Pelinka, he's a GM, so what? Like, you don't get a vote for your own team? What do you guys think? Smoke or fire?
What, they got 0 votes? Maybe
And
you
that
can't vote for your
that
own team, or
I think
what?
you can vote for your own team, can you? Because
That can
that'd be
that's got to be a
obvious.
no. You can't vote for your own team. I mean, you know what? The Lakers right now, they aren't the best team in the West. Clearly, Denver is the best team. They have the best player in Jokic. He's friggin' Magic Johnson out there doing everything with the ball. And their team is just stacked. They're the reigning champions for a reason. They're going to be the best team in the West. I still think they're the best team. The Lakers are going to be up there. I still think they will get a home seed advantage, but it's still early to say. I think the Lakers, I would say they have to make a move. I still think they have to make a move. They're not a complete team yet, and some guys are probably going to get shuffled around, but the team so far looks okay. They just have to shore up some things.
Yeah, I think they have good core players right now. I think they have their length that they're going to keep. But you're right. I think another move is coming in the future to help them maybe get over the hump because, like you said, the road to the championship goes through Denver yet again because they are the best. Jokic is by far the best player in the league, as he's proven for the past 4 years, maybe longer. But yeah, a change will be coming. Seems like a pattern the Pelinka does. The Lakers, start the season, they evaluate what works, what doesn't, what they need to keep, and then by the trade deadline or something like that, something will happen. I'm hoping for a pure shooter. I'm hoping for an assassin of a shooter to come in the Lakers because that's what we always needed. Because we have the length now. We can play the defense. With Christian Wood, on the floor, he's really good defense. I like him, and Hayes with that length, and obviously AD, the defensive powerhouse that he is. I really think that Albert, you're right. The road to the championship goes to Denver, but we're gonna make a move that puts us over the edge.
Yeah, I do like that front court of Jackson Hayes, AD, and Christian Wood. I think Christian Wood has shown that he can play a little bit of defense, unlike what he showed last year. But his ability to shoot the ball I think, is helping everybody get to the rim. I think they're averaging 111 points this year. 112, almost 112 on the offensive end. So I think this team looks good offensively. I think their guards need to play a little better. Austin Reeves having a little bit of a dip. He's shown up in the last couple of games, but yeah, I think they're gonna shuffle around in the back end on the guard side.
Yeah, I mean, watching Christian Wood live, the game against Phoenix, KD was getting everything at first, right? And I think they made the adjustment where Christian Wood was on him at the end of the game. He really did he did well. He was on KD, bugging him, making him forcing these shots that he was ended up missing, and for LeBron to take over in the end and drive to the basket. I'm glad that LeBron listened to me as he outed him to never shoot a three if I'm in attendance. I'm glad it's like he looked at me. I said, "Don't you dare shoot a three! Don't you dare! Like you better not shoot a three in the fourth quarter. Just drive it." Because and they won. I mean, who would have thought they beat the Suns? So yeah, I agree. I like Christian Wood as a player on this team. We should definitely keep him.
Yeah, that was some sick seats that you had there, Mario. Like
It
the
was
viral
I'm telling
moment where
you.
LBJ got up for that ball. Like, did he really get up
Hey,
that
that
high?
was real. That was I couldn't believe it. That was he got up. You're 21, right? Or whatever. Like that's crazy. He still got it. I mean, he's the oldest player in the league, and he's still the best in a way. Like, come on. Like, if he really tries, and we just said Jokic is the best player, right? Obviously, because he's doing everything he can, and it comes to efforts. But LeBron is he's still the man. He's still he's still the man. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, if he
Yeah.
wanted to, any given game, he takes over and it's over. That's it.
Yeah, I mean,
It
it
was
is
cool.
pretty crazy because, like you said, 21st season, 21st season. I mean, if you think about it, NBA player comes in at what, around 18, right?
And he was 18.
18. So your 18th season, you're basically at 36 years old already. So 21st season, that's insane. He's supposed to be able to pass Karl Malone for the most 30-point games after age 25, and the most points at the 21st season. He's going to beat Dirk Nowitzki for 30 at 2019. So LBJ, he's still doing it, even at
Still
age
doing
30.
it. Yeah.
But
Still doing it.
yeah, so back to that topic. I think fire for finishing fourth in the West because I see the Lakers around fourth, maybe third. No votes for the chip. That's all smoke. Man. Lakers.
Yeah, that's smoke. I mean, I don't think you can pick your own team, right? Because if I could pick my own team, I was like, oh, I run Charlotte or whatever. I'll pick my own team, even though I don't believe in it, but I'll still pick my own team. You gotta have faith.
So the next smoke and fire is so during that loss to the Orlando Magic, Big Shot Rob, he talked in the post game about the Lakers need to just go back to school. They need to work on the basics because for Phil Jackson, he was a big proponent about working on the basics. So every time they lost, especially when those were loud losses, like not boxing out, that's what they did. They went back to the gym, worked on boxing out, rebounding, chest passes, inbounding, back to the basics. Do you think that's something the Lakers need to do and Ham needs to instill?
I mean, this is a veteran team. I don't know if they need to do that, but maybe they do need a refresher of like, hey, go over the tape. Hey, we forgot to do this. We forgot to do that. Let's make sure we hammer those things out before the game. Make sure we're doing those things. But I don't think they need to go through a bunch of drills because this is still a veteran team. I know there's a lot of young guys on there, so maybe those guys need a refresher course. But for the most part, AD, LeBron, they're the veterans. They're the voice of the team. A lot of the guys that we had last year are still on the team. At least the core players, Vando, Hachimura, D'Lo, Reeves, those guys, they should know what is expected of them on the defensive end.
So I'm gonna go with Big Shot Rob saying it says smoke or fire. This is definitely fire. I don't care what level you are in your professional in any sport. Fundamentals are always have to be there. It's the fundamentals. I get it. You're a pro. You know to do. No, I mean it's there for a reason at any level. Because when you do them, you're gonna succeed. Like if someone boxing out, you're a pro. You should be boxing out. And I get it. The game's a little different now. They don't no. When you see like someone really boxing out, it really does work. Right?
That's
We
true.
learn it when we're playing, we learn when we're playing kids, going through high school, whatever. College boxes out on it. I mean, when you come to pros, you forget your fundamentals. You just want to just dunk and shoot these long threes. No, the coach and the leaders of a championship team make sure that the players are doing the fundamentals. It's always going to help. It's always going to be there. And Kobe, he he had fundamentals down. His footwork, he always boxed out. The way he approached the game, it never left him. It was instincts to him, right? It was just a pure reaction of doing the fundamentals. So I think a team that does actual fundamentals are mostly going to win the game. Yeah, it's not sexy, it's pretty boring, but that's going to give you the dub. So I think Rob's big shot, Robert Ory, that's all fire. I don't think it's smoke. That's all fire. I think they should go back to fundamentals and instill to these players that it's okay to do them because they're going to win games that way.
It reminds me.
that's what
It
I say.
reminds me of a quote from 2K from KD that I remember when I was playing 2K. I remember KD. This quote coming from KD. It's hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. So I mean,
Yes,
that's always going to work out. If
I
you're working
100%
hard,
agree.
being fundamental, boxing out people, you're going to beat talented teams. So,
Hmm. Hey,
Maybe
Albert, you're Mr. Fundamentals, dude.
hmm
I mean, you are.
yeah,
Yes, you're Mr. Fundamentals. You
I
know what
remember.
happens.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. So you
yeah.
know it.
maybe
You
partial
beat talent.
smoke, partial fire. It's like you go through your normal practice and be like, hey, if your name's not LBJ or 80, stay after. We're having another session.
Mm.
I mean,
All
they should
right.
be doing it too, to be honest. I
Yeah,
mean, they should
sometimes they
set,
need a refresher
they,
course because
yeah, they need
every
to set the
yeah,
example and do
uh
fundamentals.
yeah.
Yeah. So next topic is during the beginning, we had LBJ on a minutes restriction. So 25 minutes in that first game. Afterwards, Ham was like, "Hey, LeBron and we talked about it, and we're keeping him on a 25-minute restriction." But after that, he averaged 37, 38 minutes, which is 2 more minutes than he averaged last year at 36. 80, he's currently the highest usage in the NBA at around almost 40 minutes per game. So, 80 being the injury-prone risk that he's at, LBJ being 39. I mean, what's the chances of one or both of them going down and taking the Lakers season? Smoke,
I
fire?
mean, there's some fire to this for sure. If those guys keep playing these kind of minutes, you're increasing the opportunity of them getting hurt. But I just don't think they're going to sustain these minutes. I think eventually, during the midseason, you're going to see those guys rest, just like they do every year. This is just the beginning of the year. I remember last year, LeBron was playing a lot of minutes to start the year as well. They just weren't winning game. They weren't winning games, so he had to be out there trying to compete. And I think he's just trying to set the tone this early in the season, which is something that he always tries to do, at least as a Laker. His Laker tenure is set the tone early, how he's going to play, and then eventually, yeah, those guys are going to get rest. They're going to get back-to-backs off. Maybe not at the same time because of the new rule change, but they're definitely going to get rest at some point.
I want the coach to ride AD, that young bull. All right, I want him to keep his 38 minutes a game. He told me he's not. They say he'll play every game this season, right?
He
All
told you?
82. He told me. He told me. I said, "Hey, they're talking shit about you." I said, they're saying you're gonna miss all these games, Mr.
When did he tell you?
Glass.
When did he tell you?
Oh, when I saw him at the game, I was yelling at him. I was like, "You gonna step up? You gonna block KD? What you gonna do? You gonna play defense?" So I said, "They're calling you Mr. Glass right now." I said, "What are you gonna do about it?" I think I'm gonna do MVP. And he's like, "I'll play every game for you." I said, "Every game, every game." I
Oh,
said,
he
"All
said
right,
he's going to play every game for
all
you.
all all
Yeah.
82."
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
all 82 with 38
Good
minutes
to hear.
average.
All right.
So I'm gonna expect that from him.
I
Now
expect him
LeBron
to
needs
win
to.
Defensive Player of the Year. That's what I want to
I
see
expect
from
him to
him.
just play the year. I expect him to win
Yeah.
MVP.
Yeah.
I don't know MVP right now, but
I don't
MVP.
know,
I
but
hope.
that's probably an
But
extra like 20 falls per game. I don't know if his body can take that.
but I will say LeBron needs to limit his minutes. I know he could do it. He says he could do it, but I want him fresh at the end of the season. I want those numbers. He's at 35, 36 minutes a game right now. I want to see that at 29 minutes, to be honest. I want to see under 30 right now. Can the Lakers win? Yeah. We have AD, so we can win if LeBron goes to 29, 30 minutes max. Um, But like Albert said, they need the wins now, right? To get, stay in the race, because we're third in the Pacific. Okay. I don't want to hear no eighth in the conference, but we're third in the Pacific, so sounds a lot better. But like I said, I think LeBron's numbers will go down though. They will. Mid-season, they'll die down. Right before the All-Star break, you'll see it go down, and we'll go from there. But I expect AD to keep on going because he's not old. He's still a young dude, and he needs to, you know, he's to like remake his not make a remake his name, but he needs to like
Reestablish.
reestablish who he is.
Right.
Right. So he needs to put the minutes in. Thank you, Albert. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right, so in-season tournament, NBA, installed this in-season tournament because the doldrums of winter, NFL going on, baseball, you don't get fans watching, so we have the in-season tournament. Each conference, you have 6 teams total in each category. We are in Category A with the Grizzlies, the Blazers, the Suns, and the Jazz. Category B is the Nuggets, the Clippers, the Mavs, Rockets, Pelicans, so on and so forth. Goes from November 3rd to the 28th. Basically, games will be played every Tuesday and Friday. 2 home games, 2 away games. Best record will get a wild card. Then you have your single elimination knockout rounds, which is December 4th to the 9th. You'll have 8 teams vying for the NBA Cup, I mean, how original is that, right? Winner is an 18 million prize pool. That gets split between the coaches and the players. Probably won't matter to LBJ and AD, but maybe some of those other players. So with the way we currently going, do you think the Lakers possibly will just not care and not even make it to that single elimination round? Is that smoke or fire?
I mean, there's a little smoke here. I think it's just smoke. Maybe they don't care too much, LeBron and AD, about it, but I think there is marketing thing here, the responsibility of them being some of the marquee names. The other part is they're in a pretty weak group, I think. I mean, the Jazz are not – I don't think their record is that good. The Grizzlies haven't really won a game.
They haven't won a game.
Phoenix hasn't had their big three on the lineup out there altogether yet.
So I think KD's better without Booker and Beal.
Yeah, and Portland is not a good team as well. So I think they're in a favorable group. Now, I don't know. The Lakers, sometimes they play down to their competition. That's something that happens. They've only beaten Phoenix, Orlando, and that one was a close one the first time around. They almost lost that game. And then the Clippers. So, we'll see how they how they play out this NBA Cup, or at least the group stage. But they have a shot. But Denver's going to be a tough team to beat for sure.
I'm going to say this. I don't think the teams really care that much about the cup. I think it's forced upon them. They're going to play the game like it's his regular season. The only time you're going to see an effort from a team is maybe in the elimination rounds. And if not that, definitely maybe the championship. Because then they'll know money's right there for the taking. Yeah. It's that close. So that's when you'll see teams try. I don't think any team, especially the Lakers, LeBron, and AD, are invested in this cup. They're just going to do their thing, focus on the season. And if they haven't got out of the group stage, fine, I guess. I think they don't care. I think they're really focusing on their chemistry, how they're going to build, going through the season, the rotations they're going to use, that kind of stuff. And I think it's just the NBA trying to get more viewers, trying to change it up. I don't like it. To me, an in-season tournament, I don't know. I'd rather have like a college-style tournament in a way, I guess, somehow. But this is, to me, it's a regular season game. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that we survive this road trip, let alone this in-season tournament with the number of players that are injured. We have 14 players, 5 are out right now, so basically we only have 9 players. Maxwell Lewis doesn't get much playing time, so that's really only 8 players that you have playing right now available to you. So you have Rui, Gabe, Vando, JSH, and Prince that's out. Rui has an eye contusion. You know, he later got changed into concussion protocol. Vando, he was said to have bursitis. I mean, that's kind of a NBA misdirection. What's bursitis? So bursitis is there's a bursa that surrounds each joint. There's synovial fluid in there. Basically, it lubricates the joint, lets it move it around. So there's inflammation in that joint, but I mean, it's in the heel, so let's just call it what it is. It's most likely a tear or a really minor tear in the Achilles, right? Heel, Achilles. So that's probably why Vando's been out that long. I mean, no player usually is out that long for bursitis. JSH, rolled ankle. Prince, he has a left patellar tendonitis. Patellar is basically, your kneecap, and tendonitis is just inflammation of the tendons. But he should be back really soon on this road trip. Going the way it is, do you think we'll probably pick up a 15th player before that pick up a player off the wire, or do you think we'll wait till they waive some players and pick up somebody off the wire? Is that smoke or fire?
I think they wait. Yeah, I think it's smoke right now that they pick up anybody, unless like there's more injuries that happen in the next couple of games. I just think they're like when you spend this money, I think they if they keep this 14th roster spot or 15th roster spot open longer, they can afford to pay another player more money later down the road. So I think they do that when a player is waived, that they can offer more to claim a waived player. So I think that's what they're going to do. I don't think they pick up a player unless there's like another injury.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're going to wait. They're not going to panic right now. In the season, their injuries, they're not that long term, maybe one, but unless another injury happens to a key player, they're just going to wait and wait it out. So I see smoke on this.
Yeah, and also they probably more likely call up a player from their G League than actually pick up a player.
Yep.
I mean, I think there's a little bit of fire because it really depends on how we do on the road trip. You know, if we go like say 1-4, 1-3, or even like 0-4, like then either we're gonna do a trade or I'm gonna pick up somebody. But the only freaking wing we have right now is what, Cam Reddish, and I think Cam Reddish said he was hurting too. He was like injured. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So next one is with all these injuries. What do you think that's causing these injuries? Because all of our wings are basically injured. Is it the Coach Ham's plays that he's calling, which is not playing to the strength of these wings? Is it a bad training regimen? Do we not have like injury staff, kind of medical staff on hand? Do you think he's overplaying our wings and trying to make them compensate for LBJ and some of the other players that don't play? Like, what's like? Do you think that's smoke or fire?
I think this is smoke. I don't know if there's anything that you can say like, oh, we're not doing enough for the wings. I mean, they have bigs and they have smalls. Those guys are not injured, and they're probably on the same regimen. There's nothing different about it. I think it's just bad luck here. Maybe it's just competing against LeBron's physicalness in practice. They can't compete against that. I don't know, but I just don't think that they're neglecting one part of the roster on the training regimen. I just think it's just unfortunate.
Yeah, I think it's smoke. I don't think the training facility, those guys, the coaching staff, the training staff are neglecting anybody. I do think it's the players, I don't want to say the players' fault, but how they approach their process and recovery, right? What are they doing before the game to get loose, to warm up? What are they doing after to recover? Are they just, showing up 10 minutes early before practice, practicing, and then leaving right after? Who knows? If that's the case, then yeah, I could see how these injuries happening because, you're gonna need some time to warm your body up. It's not a 10-minute thing. Honestly, I think for a game and the physicalness that they play, you're gonna need a minimum like 45 minutes to warm up. I would say an hour just to get going, get the muscles loose, warmed up, and then take the same amount of time for after icing, stretching, whatever. I think the training staff is there for them. Are the players using them correctly or at all? Who knows? But it is weird. We have all these injuries this beginning of the season. Maybe it was a hard training camp that they were in. LeBron probably pushed them a lot. Who knows? But I'm kind of curious to see if they're using their training facility as supposed to. Um, so that's what I'm thinking.
All right, Lakers fam. So we went a little bit over our time today, but if you like this smoke and fire segment, leave your comments down below. We're really trying to grow the channel, so we'll appreciate any likes or subscriptions or subscribe that you guys click on, and we'll see you next time.
Go Lakers.
All right, go Lakers.